It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, March 16th, 2017. Good morning to you all this Thursday morning, March 16th, 2017. Here are your news and odds here. Top story at 8:45 on this Thursday morning is house after federal judge blocked the advice travel ban. President Trump slapped the real at a rally in Nashville. President Trump, meanwhile, released a $1.1 trillion budget outline Thursday that proposed a $54 billion increase in defense spending that corresponding cuts to the non-defense spending that the state bought and Democrat as the November bill. But Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Wednesday invited the first daughter, Ivanka Trump, to a Broadway middle school that celebrates openness to foreign travelers. Jude Wallace falls short of an election as where Dutch scatter their votes. Trump wants to cut the NEA and NEH. This is the worst case scenario for the arts groups. A letter bomb that exploded in the International Monetary Fund and office of President Trudeau place to open it, police said. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has defended ringing about it to cancel on the department proposed by President Trump. Speaking in Japan, he said that the state-level State Department attendance in the past has been simply not sustainable. London, Britain's exit from the European Union movement was up close to Thursday after the legislation in the neighboring country's department was given a role sent by the Queen Elizabeth II. North Korea says recent incident involving the death of leader Kim Jong-un's half-brother was a plot by South Korea and the U.S. to bring the regime down. Stephen Colbert pulls a rage man out, screwing a brutally slow reveal. The House GOP is planning to revise the Affordable Care Act will move it next step Thursday at committee where Republican lawmakers are expected to propose revisions that helps move the measures passed out the chamber. President Trump addressed supporters on Wednesday in Nashville, Tennessee, as Trump urges supporters to unite behind GOP health plan. In New York, a woman celebrated train for her birthday died with her car shoes. Right and crashed at a splitting out on the Williamsburg Bridge early Thursday, police said. Richmond, Virginia, Attorney General Jeff Sessions on Wednesday pledged aggressive criminal prosecution of drug deals and gun total felons to combat what he described as troubling rise in violent crime. China and Saudi Arabia signed more than a dozen agreements on the economic cooperation worth $65 billion according to Beijing's foreign ministry. 2 U.S. hikers are feared dead after the avalanche. In Banff National Park, a Canada official said the death toll has risen to 113 about the massive landslide of landfill near the Ethiopian capital in British Gems. Raymond Shackler has a local official said. A Fox News poll shows that 54% of the registered voters oppose the American Health Care Act that the Republican Party's plan to repeal and replace Obamacare. President Donald Trump on Thursday released a proposed budget that could cut federal aid to the agency by 31%. A Russian passenger ship in February off the U.S. East Coast reappeared off the coast of Georgia, a U.S. military official said. What began as trouble heading in the bipartisan environments after 2 Texas congressmen left a 36-hour road trip at a broadcaster Twitter and Facebook. Massachusetts legislature proposing permanent daylight savings time. Much noise is not unheard of, even with spring on the doorstep. Moscow U.S. and the nominee 2 Western intelligence agents and trackers alleged of stolen more than $500 billion U.S. UK government intervened in 21st Century Foxes. Incorporated £11.7 billion bid to take over the Sky PLC asking regulars to report back within 48 working days at how the deal would affect the public interest issues. Dunkin' Donuts, based in Canton, Massachusetts, had about 460 Saturday expansion list last year. In the past 3 years, the company's growth rate has become more focused on penetrating similar markets like Rough Falls. Looking at stocks now at 112.73 points a trade at 50.10. SP5 deputy with a $2.55.26. The Nasdaq up 43.23 points and 5 cents. $9.05. 56 billion years ago, about 10 million years on to the dinosaurs, when the some strange happened on our planet got off. Falcon 9's rocket streaks downrange in the long exposure forward from on top of the kind of vehicle, same building at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. President Trump's first federal budget seems to make a good in its campaign and promises to shift the NASA focus right from Earth towards space. Britain's low carbon energy revolution is actually saving the money for households. The report says that households making a net saving £11 a month, according to analysts from the Committee on Climate Change. Left eye patients should hemorrhage just 13 days after stem cell injection ends. Patients lose the sight after stem cells are injected in their eyes. British Newcastle University says that scientists have received the last of the create babies using DNA from 3 people the first time, such as approval has been granted. IPv4 for claiming the race characterized by a third of a risk. And now the sports at 8:49 here. Boston Bruins defeat the Calgary Flames 5-2. Boston Celtics over the Minnesota Timberwolves 117-104. And the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays started 3. Boston Bruins will be up in the Edmonton tonight at 9 o'clock to take on the Edmonton Doors, while the Boston Red Sox will take on the Pittsburgh Pirates game time 6:05 p.m. It's a fantasy fight that won't seem to go away. For great reason, you'll credit UFC President Dana White, well, UFC lightweight champion Conor McGregor, and another video boxing legend. Fully be actually fighting the boxing match. That's years. NBA tournament, NBA just as good as 2016 when Chris Jenkins kept Batman's most memorable way possible to buzzer beating 3 to put a middle over the title. The Minnesota Vikings that signed free agent. Running back, Latavius Murray weeks after letting injury Peterson to head to free agency. Phil also gives Cardinals much needed in the poison clutch situations. Peter Jones' time is now 8:50 on this. Third ball, and it's time out for traffic in President Park. Let's start the invitation where the Green Line Spirits of Moderate East by delays the medical emergency at Arlington Station. Favorite train 584, 7:50 from 5 minutes operate 5-10 minutes fiasco between Western 8 and South Station due to train traffic. Franklin Line train 742, 8 a.m. from Norwood Central is not departed. Norwood Central yet to the single issue update to fall. Franklin train 708, 7 a.m. from inbound is operating 5-10 minutes basket between Windsor Garden and South Station to the single issue. And on the Thursday, I'll link it here. Okay, looking at hours and byways here. 95 minutes southbound side, so from Fairfield down to Sanford, 95 to northbound side, so from Greenwich down to Norwalk. 95 on the northbound side, about West Haven, New Haven. 91 on the southbound side, a little sort of New Haven stretch. Bird Parkway, westbound side, a little sort of Bridgeport on Sanford. Bird Parkway, eastbound side, a little sort of Bridgeport stretch. 84 on both ends back from the Waterbury stretch. 691 on the eastbound side, a little sort of Meriden stretch. 91 on the northbound side, a little sort of the Hartford, Connecticut stretch. 91 on the southbound side, a little sort from Windsor to the Interstate 84. 84 eastbound side, a little sort of New Richmond down to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound side, a little sort headed towards 91 in Connecticut here. 91 on the northbound side, it's off from 57 and 291 in Springfield. Mass Parking eastbound side, a little sort of Stockbridge stretch. Mass Parking eastbound side, a little sort to 146 in Millbury. 290 eastbound side, a little sort to Northborough all the way to Barber. 495 on the northbound side is back to for Milford all the way up in Route 9 in Westborough. 495 is southbound side, a little sort Hudson stretch. 99 on the northbound side, a little sort 126 122 in Lincoln Woodstock stretch. 146 on the northbound side, a little sort Lincoln stretch. Southbound side, a little sort for 95 downtown Providence. 95 southbound side, a little sort protected to downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, a little sort from 37 Warwick all the way to downtown Providence. 195 westbound side, a little sort from Seacock downtown Providence. Jamestown, Mount and Newport Bridges are looking good here. Route 25 eastbound side, a little sort around 628 in Wareham. 20 on the southbound side, it is so from Bournebridge. 20 on the northbound side, a little sort before the Bourne Rotary. 1 Route 6 on the westbound side, a little sort around Route 134 in Dennis. 95 on the northbound side, it is so from Route 1 in BB. 1 in Sharon all the way to Route 120, get to 24 on the northbound side, it's so from Avon all the way to Route 120, get to Route 3 to southbound side, so from 18 Weymouth down on the Braintree split. Savvy Expressway on both ends is backed up from Quincy all the way to the Dorchester. Savvy Expressway northbound side is backed up on Braintree split. Northbound is backed up all the way to Mass Park in Boston. 93 both ends downtown Boston is backed up. 128 on the southbound side, so for 95 get to 9 the Braintree split. 128 on the northbound side it is backed up from 109 Westwood all the way to Route 20 Waltham. Mass Park in the eastbound side is backed to Route 9 in Framingham all the way to the Savvy Expressway in Boston here. Mass Park westbound side a little sore in the Newton corner. 93 both ends downtown Boston backed up. Center Tunnel, Callan looking good. Mass Park westbound side a little sore from Logan Airport to South Boston and Logan Airport East Boston to South Boston. 120 is southbound side, also from Linfield on to Waltham. 93 is southbound side, also after. From Wyndham Director all the way down to Lawrence, Mass. And then Hipperskin after 45. And then from Massachusetts and 95. 93 is southbound side, so from Bedford on and St. Bridge. 93 to the northbound side, also from Stoneham all the way to Route 128. Up in Reading. Route 28 eastbound side is backed up from 16 Belmont, Ariad, and the Freshpond Parkway in Cambridge. And 120 on the south. 45 is southbound side, also Hudson stretch. 45 both ends backed up to Route 2 in Littleton. 485, Boatman's Bottom, West Banana, Chelmsford, Route 3 to South outside, expected from Chelmsford all the way out to Route 45 in Lowell. 485 to South outside, the back of the Havel, down to Lowell. Interstate 89, 91 and South outside, is also the Canadian border up in Vermont, and Ottawa 59 and north. Bad side, also South Quebec towards Montreal. And New York State 3 eastbound side, respective of Schenectady down at Albany, and New York State 3 will also west before 89 in Schenectady. Peter Chill News Time is 8:55 on this Thursday morning here, and it is time now for a weather report here. And we're seeing some spotty snow showers south of Block Island and south of Martha's Vineyard, and then taking spotty snow showers northeast of Provincetown and northeast of tip of Cape Cod here. And seeing some spotty snow showers by North and Cortland, New York, and some snow showers from Eden and Dunkirk and Collins around Jamestown around Interstate A6 to the 3. And some snow showers by Pittsburgh around St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, and northwestern portions of Maryland and northeastern portions of West Virginia here. And snow around Cleveland and Akron here. And snowing around Holton, Maine, and so to the western and central parts of New Brunswick and central parts of Nova Scotia. And snowing up in and upstate New York and southwest of Montreal, Quebec, and east central parts of Quebec, and off the eastern tip of Nova Scotia and southeastern portions of Prince Edward Island, and some snow showers by west central portions of Prince Edward Island. There. Okay. A possible snow is possible late Saturday and Sunday with the greatest risk across Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southeast Massachusetts here. Today's 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, Podcast about 33 degrees, west about 8 to 10 miles against side, 21 miles an hour for tonight. Podcast about 60 degrees, west about 5 to 7 miles an hour for Friday. Most of the night's going to have about 36 degrees, northwest about 8 miles an hour. Friday, podcast about 50 degrees and light west wind. Saturday, just snowby after 2 p.m. Mostly Cascades are about 40 degrees. Coming east about 6 miles an hour after just make 30% for. So yeah, snow like minimum after 2 a.m. Cascades about 29 degrees, just make 6%. Sunday, snow likely minimum before 11 a.m. Mostly Cascades about 37 degrees, just make 6%. Sunday night, a chance of snow before 9 p.m. Podcast about 24 degrees, just make 30%. For Monday, Sunday, mostly Cascades about 41 about 29 degrees. Tuesday, Tuesday, Sunday, the podcast about 45 about 24 degrees, and for Wednesday, Saturday, about 31 degrees. Currently in Taunton, it's 22 degrees in first skies, and Medfield, it's 24, and Naughton, it's 23 degrees in first skies. That's me for the Peter Gentle morning is on that March 16, 2017 on a Thursday morning. PSC, have a good morning, good positive, to be have a good day.